right. Giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The one is the Apostle Elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to you sincere brothers out there. Teaching and preaching across the four corners of the earth. And you Aquath out there listening humbly as well.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, we just want to reply to this woman who was on our comment board or whatever, man, named Victoria Smith. We just gonna use it as a spiritual punching bag, man, because this for brothers, man, especially up and coming brothers, new brothers to the faith, man. Because little Edomites like this who think they know some history or whatever, they can confuse certain brothers, man, if they ain't got a solid foundation or they new to this or whatever. So we decided, go ahead, come out and bring some edification to this, because she wasn't really, she was just blowing hot air, man. But we gonna go through it and we gonna go and chop it down with the scriptures, man. Forget all that back and forth keyboard and keyboard warrior. We can just go ahead and make a video out of it, Let the edification rain down. Okay. And I just read through some comment. Let's see, Mrs. Victoria Smith, an Edomite woman, because that's what you really are. But we're gonna go into it, man. She says, I have no idea why two white people would want to adopt a black child. But if they are white and not Jews, or should I say Jewish, which look white but are mongrels, then white people are not Edomites. This proves you have no spiritual understanding of this Bible. The Adamic, she's saying the people of Adam, the Adamites, when she say the Adamic. The Adamic race, which is the white Anglo-Saxon race, is the house of Israel, which the Adamites are the Israelites today. They would be the Israelites today, but they're not so-called white people, The Adamic race is the white Anglo-Saxon race. Salakia is the house of Israel that is made clear in the Bible, which that's not in the Bible. We're going to prove everything, man. The black race is pre-Adamic race. Is a pre-Adamic race that has existed on this earth over 40,000 years and is a Genesis 1:26-27 creation. The Adamic race is Yahweh's literal sons, and she say Yahweh. We're going to say Yahweh because that's how she wrote it. Yahweh's literal sons and daughters on the earth, or Elohim, and are his family. Then she quoted a couple scriptures, 1 Peter 2:9, but ye are a chosen generation. And none of this proving that Israelites, I'm going to read it, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light. In this verse, Yahweh is talking to the rest of Adam, the white race. He's talking to the Adamites, which are the Israelites today, so he's talking to the Israelites. But what did it say they were so-called white people? Let me keep on going. Hear this word, this is Amos 3:1 that she posted. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, that brought up the whole family, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying. Now, when did so-called white people make an exodus out of Egypt? Never. They made an entrance into Egypt by way of the Ptolemies, which were the Greeks that came into Egypt and took over. But the original Egyptians were black people. We going to get into it though, man. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. I'm going to read what she says some more. Yahweh only knows the people of the Bible, the Adamic race, his Israel. Which is true. Yahweh only knows the people of the Bible, the Adamic race, which are the Israelites today. The Bible is written to the Adamic race, Genesis 5:1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God formed, in the day that God created man, the likeness of God made he him. Generations come from the word Genia, and it means descendants, families, race. So the verse reads, this is the book of the race of Adam. In the day God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. The white people are the Israelites, not the black baby. Well, she's talking about the Israelites that I had in the video that were being adopted by so-called white people, which were Edomites. The white people are Israelites, not the black baby. The black race is pre-Adamic and has nothing to do with the Israelites of the Bible. The black race predates the Adamic race. All races are separate from each other. We do not come from... Now, we're going to stop here before we lose track of thought, because it's a lot she said, man. Let's talk about this. The white people are Israelites, not the black baby. The black race is pre-Adamic. That has nothing to do with the Israelites of the Bible. The black race predates the Adamic race. All races are separate from each other. So she said we're pre-Adam. We're before the Adamites, which is pure stupid because the people you had before the Adamites, which the Adamites always been there. You had the Adamites, then you had the sons of the wicked, which would be Edomites today. Then you had the sons of the foreigners, the strangers, the sons of men, which are the other heathen nations, man. We're gonna get into it though, because how the hell could you say blacks were pre-Adam when fucking, they like to say blacks are Ham also, but Adam is way before Ham. Because I'm guarantee you this woman would say that we are Hamites. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of the scholars try to say. But how the hell are we Hamites when Ham came way after Adam? That don't make sense, man. You know? Let's see, the whites people. Well, let's just get into the scriptures. Genesis 2 and 7. This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord Yahweh formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So man, the Adamites in particular, all man really was formed from the dust of the ground. What color is the dust of the ground? What color is the soil? Because that's all the dust is. What color is the soil? Can we get pictures of soil, man? Not only that, then you know this had to be some real rich soil. Very rich soil. You know? Very, very rich soil. Just type in rich soil, man. Rich soil. Not only that, man came from the fertile crescent. Now, if it's so fertile, then the soil had to be super rich, man. Rich soil. Let's see here. Let's see what we got, man. Rich soil. Let's see what we get when we pop up rich. Look at that. Very dark. 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 Now, we the Lord's chosen people, so that means we had to be made out of the richest soil. And not only were we made out of soil, we was raised from the soil that's under the earth, man. I mean, under the waters, man. And we could prove that too. Look at that. Let's give me a few more of them pictures, bro. Look at that. The richest soil is the dark soil. That's the soil that produces the life right there, man. That's how you get your plants. That's how you get your organisms, man, that come from up out of the ground. The lighter color soil doesn't do that. It's always that rich, dark soil. So it says, let me read that again. Genesis 2 and 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And man became a living soul. Look at that. The dust of the ground. All dark. Different shades of brown, man. But the richest soil was the darkest soil. And if you want to go back to Genesis 1, 24, 25, 26. Verse Genesis 1, 24. And God said, let the earth bring forth a living creature in his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and the beasts of all the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind. Let's see. Where it say where it come from the waters. Let me preach out this kind. Be fruitful. Okay, it's lock it. Genesis 1 and 20. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that had life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of the heavens. Exactly. When they say the moving creatures, it's talking about all creatures, man. Because we moving creatures that have life. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that had life, and fowl that may fly above the earth. And God created the whales and every living creature that moveth. Every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. So we was formed for under the water, the soil that's under the water, man. Rich soil. Dark soil. You know? And if you can get just to hammer that home, Job 26 and 5, that Job 26 and 5. This is Job 26:5. Dead things are formed from under the waters, and the inhabitants thereof. Yeah, exactly. That's linking up with that Genesis 1. How we were all formed from under the water, man. You know? And let's go back to her comment. Let's see. And she never nowhere here proved that the white race are Adam. Adam means what? Adama, which means the ground. You can look that up. Now Esau, he got it out there now, where you can look up the word Adam and it say red, which that's not true. It means the ground, literally. Yep, Adama. That's how you say it in the Hebrew. Adama, biblical Hebrew. A word translatable as ground or earth. See, they could have left it right there. Let's see. In the biblical account of creation, the book of Genesis, the etymological link between the word Adama and the word Adam is used to reinforce the teleological link between humankind and the ground. Exactly. We come from the ground. But the thing about you so-called white people, you want to say something?
Oh, no, I was going to say that they say that, but then they had this picture right here.
They don't look like the earth.
No, they don't.
They look opposite of the earth, man. They look like they're against nature, like they don't come from nature, bro. Because they're not nature. They're not natural. They're unnatural. And we're going to get into that, man. Let's see. Let's go back to a comment if I can know where I'm at. Let's see. Israelites not good. Let's scroll down, son. Go ahead and scroll to a comment right there. No, a little bit up, a little bit more. Right there. Where it says, you are cherry picking verses and still, because I came down and caught up with a couple scriptures, which I'll get Jeremiah 14 real quick. Because she said, God's slocking, chosen people are so-called white. Let's see what color the true Jews are, man. Okay, you got it on the screen. This is Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Okay, it says Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language. So the real Jews are in mourning. Wow, look at our conditions, man. You know, do I even have to go over our conditions? We messed up. We're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Yep. So Judah is in mourning right now because we went against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and the Most High gave us over to these devils, man. That's to be persecuted by these devils. And who are the devil? The so-called white race, which is Esau, Edom in the Bible. So it says, Judah mourning, and the gates thereof languish, the leadership's languish. They are black. Let's look at that word black in the Hebrew, man. Onto the ground. To mourn, be dark. It's Kedar, to cause to mourn, to grow dark. See, Esau's a devil because it was a while ago. If you would have looked up that word Kedar, it literally means dark skin. See right here.
Look at that, yeah.
See right here, when you read that, it says, to be of a dirty blackish color, as of a sunburnt skin. Oh, to be darkened as the day the sun the moon. Get the fuck out of here. It means dark skin, man. That's what Kedar means. Dark skin. Judah mourneth, they are black onto the ground. If you can go back up to that verse again. Backspace it for me. Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language, they are black onto the ground. The cry of Jerusalem is gone up. And that's also going into a famine, man. That's why I mentioned our color again, you know what I'm saying? We are dark-skinned people, but we get even more darker in the famine. So-called white people, they get lighter complected in the famine. They get more pale. We get darker, you know? And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. And our cry is going up to the Heavenly Father, man. Because remember, Jerusalem is a people before a place. So when they say Jerusalem, it's not talking about over there in the land of Jerusalem. It's talking about the people Jerusalem. Our cry is going up to the Most High. We crying against you so-called white people, man. For stealing our heritage, stealing everything we got, all our riches, stealing our land, destroying our people, persecuting us, poisoning us, destroying our planet.
Yep.
The cry of our people is going up, man.
Yep. For
all of your wickedness, you damn devil.
Yep. And Judah being the chief house of the house of Israel.
That's right.
Then everybody in the ancient world was dark.
Mm-hmm.
Until, of course, you had Cain and then his seed. But everybody was dark.
That's right.
They're black unto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So the real Jews, they should be black unto the ground.
That's right. Let me see if I can find that on Cain, where it says he was cursed from the earth. Cursed from the earth.
I think I got this. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, because you so-called white people, y'all go back to Cain, man. Cain on down to Esau, man. Let's see. Scroll up some. This is Genesis 4th chapter. And this is right after Cain killed Abel. Genesis 4:9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel, thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? He mocked the Most High. He said, am I my brother's keeper? Let's see. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, I shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond thou shalt be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And then if you run back up to Genesis 4 again, where it said, Genesis 4:11, and now art thou cursed from the earth. Because remember, man was formed from the earth. Thou art cursed from the earth. Because Cain didn't get put out the earth. He was cursed from the earth, meaning the Lord stripped him of his melanin, because he was a dark-skinned man.
Yep.
The Lord stripped him of his melanin. You know what I'm saying? Which had opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. And if you could jump to Numbers 12:10, he was cursed from the earth. Let's see how the Most High does curse certain people and turn them white, man. When he got an issue with you, depending on how drastic it is, he'll turn your ass white to look like a so-called white person. And you got those today, and albinos, and you got so-called white people, which are the Edomites. Let's see, Numbers.
Since you said that real quick.
Leprosy. Albino. There we go. Those are so-called black people, which God stripped that melanin from them, man. He cursed them. And they got, man, they genetics are weak as hell, man. They can barely walk out in the sun without sunglasses or umbrella. The sun tear their ass up. They got weak eyesight. All their genes are recessive, like you so-called white people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Recessive. But if they're Israelite and they looking like that, they burn that curse for the moment until they be destroyed or until they be saved. But they inherit the kingdom of heaven, not you so-called white people, though. You Edomites.
That's right.
You know? But there's all types of health issues with being an albino, man. If you ask any albino, they gonna tell you they don't want to look like that. They don't want to look like that, bro. That's a curse from the Lord. To have recessive genes. If you want to add anything, bro.
Oh no, that's facts. Yeah, it's a curse to look like that, like the brother said. Them people, they got when you got that light skin, you got thin skin. You bleed easier.
Mm-hmm.
You get sunburned when you're supposed to be dark skinned. Yeah, you got that blonde hair that likes to shed and fall out.
No body to it.
And no body to it, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Your whole genetics is weak. And then you can look up the blessings of melanin, Slaki, the benefits of melanin, man. Which melanin is a blessing. You can look up. It's all types of benefits to melanin, man.
Yeah.
All types of goodies come with that. Let's see, Numbers 12:10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. Now this is right after Miriam was talking crazy up against Moses, because Moses has an Ethiopian wife, man. Let's see what the Lord did to her. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Now Miriam, remember, she was an Israelite from the tribe of Levi. So it said Miriam became leprous. Leprosy is a disease / curse from the Lord. white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord. So what's beautiful in being a so-called white person? Number one, it says she became leprous, white as snow. Leprous. Hey, put up an image of, just type in Miriam leprosy. Let's see what we can get. Miriam leprosy. So they playing around, man. Let's go scroll right there, right there. See that right there down in the corner? A little bit to the left. Boom.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. See? That's what a so-called black person with leprosy looks like. Well, she's not fully covered in leprosy, though. But she got it breaking out all over her skin, man. That's a curse from the Lord. And that's what happened to Miriam, man. Now, here it is. These devils got Miriam already as a so-called white woman. It's a joke. See, like this? That's a so-called black woman. The Lord made her leprous, though. Look, she got leprosy breaking out. Look at that. It's a curse from the Lord, man. To strip their pigmentation from them. Damn. Through.
Done.
It's like somebody threw acid on them. Damn.
Look at that.
Crazy. Look at this bitch. Damn, let's go back to that numbers 12, man. Damn.
It's a curse to look like that.
Yep, it's a fucking curse. Let's see.
That should be beautiful though, because you becoming white, right?
That's chosen, right?
Yeah.
Here it is. The Lord sitting there telling you that it's a curse, it's a disease, it's a plague. It's leprosy in the Bible.
Yep. Now that's a clean leprosy, but it's still leprosy.
Yep, it's clean leper. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, At last, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Exactly, they sinned. And when Aaron said, don't lay the sin upon us, he talking about that skin tone, man. And that go back to how Cain was cursed with that skin tone. Because he started off as a dark-skinned man, and the Lord stripped him of that melanin. That's the man of sin right there. Say, lay not the sin upon us, man. That pale skin tone. You jump back to that numbers. Okay. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he had come. When he cometh out of his mother's womb. Read that again. Let her not be as one dead. So this is what the Lord thinks of you so-called white people. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Exactly. Because most babies come out a more lighter skin tone. And then when you die, you get pale, man. So it said, let her not be as one dead. So that's a curse, man. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O Yahweh, I beseech thee. Heal her now. She looking like a damn so-called white woman. She looking like a Edomite right now. Heal her. Heal her now. O Lord, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, she should not be ashamed. Should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be put out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. So let me go back up to verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be put out the camp.
So he spit in her face.
That was a spit in the face to make her look like a white woman. A so-called white woman.
Yep.
So that pale skin that you crackers got, that you think is chosen and so beautiful and just so lush and oh my God, I'm so beautiful. Guess what? That's a spit in the face from the Most High, man.
Yep.
That's a spit in the face from the Most High for your wickedness, man. The Lord had that leprosy cleave onto you devils, man. that pale skin. And there ain't no benefits to being a so-called white person. Now, if you want to talk about as far as government and living in this society, that shit, but there's no health benefits to being a so-called white person, period.
That's right.
And your own science proved that.
That's right.
Your own science.
They try to say we got an extra muscle and all this shit.
Mm-hmm. We cheating.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we can go back to our comment, man.
Y'all can have swimming and
They really can't beat us in that because it was a so-called black woman won a gold medal last year, I think.
Okay.
In the Olympics on swimming. Jake don't really get into that like that, man. Come on now.
We don't really do all that.
If Jake was
but
into
if
it,
we did, yeah, it'd be a wrap.
Mm-hmm. And on everything we touch, we dominate. Okay, let's read some more of her junk. You are cherry picking verses, which that's what you should do. You're supposed to precept upon precept and tell you that in Isaiah 28th chapter. You're cherry picking verses and it still doesn't matter. And she never refuted the scriptures I posted, which was Jeremiah 14:2 and Genesis 2:7. Ye are not from the Adamic race, therefore you are not Israelites. The Adamic race is the house of Israel. Dust is all different colors too. There is gray dust, brown dust, black dust, white dust. All colors of dust, many shades. Sand is white.
Where do you see some white dust at? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Sand is white. Dirt can be brown, white, black, gray. You were not there when Yahweh made Adam. The Strong's Concordance gives a definition of Adam. Definition of Adam. Adam Strong's exalt still concordance to show blood in the face, which is bullcrap. It just means the ground. To be ruddy, Adam was of a white and rosy, ruddy complexion, able to blush or red in the face, only applicable to the white race. For ye are a chosen race of people belonging especially to God. She quoting 1 Peter 2:9. Now, that didn't even prove so-called white people were the Israelites. Like, what is you talking about? You just posting scriptures and ain't none of them saying that you the chosen. Yep. The race of Adam, Adam's father Adam, God is the father, the only white race. None of these scriptures you posting is saying that so-called white people are God's chosen. Let's see, his chosen race and him being, I'm going to jump back. Psalms 82:6. For I have said, ye are gods and children of the Most High, his chosen race, and him being the father means the white race are literally his children on earth, the only family he knows. Let me jump to Daniel 7:9, man, because she just bringing confusion. Let's see.
That's why women should stay off the comment board. I got it right here.
Okay.
Women should stay off the comments.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. The Ancient of Days. Ancient means before days, man. Before time. He's older than time itself, man. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. That's talking about the Most High. Whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. Mm-hmm. They say his hair was pure wool. When you look at the so-called black man's hair, that's wool. So the Most High had a big afro, man. You can't show me a Caucasian today that got woolly hair.
That's right.
And that's unless he got some so-called black person in his background.
Yeah, exactly, like Cecilia.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could say, it's white as snow, that's the color, and the texture is like pure wool, just the same as Yahweh Shai, as the Lord in Revelation 1:15.
Yep, we can get that too.
Okay.
Because remember, the Lord said he looked like his father, man.
Yes, yep. Yes, he did.
So God had that woolly hair, which you devils would call it nappy. He didn't have stringy dog hair, man.
That's right.
He didn't have blonde hair.
Now, yeah, it should be clear on that. Oh, and God with his stringy hair and golden lock, you know.
Mm-hmm. Let's type in woolly hair. Let's see what we get, man. You gotta watch out for Esau too. Let's see, man. Woolly hair. First one, a black, so-called black woman, woolly hair. woolly hair. Woolly hair. And you got a Spanish looking dude, whoever that is, but he definitely got some dark skinned person in his background. Woolly hair. It's mostly black, so-called black people you see, man. Like the pure wool. The Heavenly Father had hair like the pure wool. So those are God's children, the people who were made in His image, man. To look like Him. Pure wool. Look at this bitch, man.
Yeah, nah.
What you do to your hair, you damn devil? That ain't even woolly.
That's a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Nice try.
Mm-hmm. That's probably that bitch, that Victoria Smith. That's probably her. Look, all woolly. Look, Ludacris, woolly. Woolly. Hair like a sheep, man. And you white folks, I got hair like the goat. I got hair like the damn goat, which is stringy.
Yep.
Look at that. Right there. That's how the Most High looks, similar to that. But his afro probably way bigger. And he got a whole full beard. That's part of the Lord's image too. You know? So,
That's right.
point proven, man.
That image is getting out there.
Mm-hmm. Woolly hair. Well, is his hair woolly? Come on now.
Yeah.
I bet you she don't know who that so-called white image of Jesus is. I bet you don't even know who that is.
Wool. Here's wool.
And since we speaking on hair, oh yeah. Look at that. They would call that nappy.
Yeah, the animal, he's born naturally nappy.
Mm-hmm.
but shit, wool, that's some of the best fabric.
Look at that. Look at them sheep though.
Yep.
Look how woolly they look. How, come on now. Kinky. Look at that. Come on now. Now let's type in a goat. Let's see what the goat look like. You typed in oats. My bro hungry.
Oops.
Goats. Look, goats got that straight hair, like so-called white people. See? We the sheep, and you so-called white people are the goats, man. Judas goats. Look at that. Let me read this. Well, if you could pull up Leviticus 13:29 for me real quick. Leviticus 13:29. Yeah, man, you devils, y'all too easy, man. Come on now. This Bible totally condemns y'all any way you turn in, whatever page you turn to. This is Leviticus chapter 13, verse 29. And if a man or woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow, thin hair. So if you have yellow, thin hair on your head, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean, and as a dry scale, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. So that's leprosy, man. When your skin is turned white, that's clean leprosy. But it say in the scalp, that shit is unclean. That yellow thin hair. Let's type in yellow thin hair, bro. Just yellow thin hair. If you got yellow thin hair, let's see. And you black women like dyeing your hair yellow. Let's see what's up with that yellow hair, man. That you so-called white people have. And that's supposed to be held up as beauty today. Let's figure it out. Okay, it's kind of late reacting. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, it's
Thin hair. Boom. Somebody even posted a scripture on that one. Look on that one right there, bro. The first one. Look at that. Yellow thin hair. Yellow hair without body. and yellow. That's leprosy, man. Look at that. Leprosy. Leprosy. You got a black woman dyeing their hair all blind. Y'all don't even know that's leprosy at the scalp. People messed up, man.
God.
See, they showing you that other leprosy. That's Esau with that slick shit. Type in white leprosy. There you go. That's probably how Cain was looking right there with the black in the middle of his face.
Man.
Or the one that's right next to that, to the left of it.
Yeah, they did it to, they even gave Michael Vick leprosy.
Damn.
He did a thing, they did a cover if he was white.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he was looking.
Mm. Burning in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can go back to some comment, man. Let's see. Then she went to the description of Abraham's wife Sarah from the Dead Sea Scrolls, which the Dead Sea Scrolls is invalid. It's not. What are you talking about, the Dead Sea Scrolls? You ain't pulled nothing from the Bible proving that the Israelites are so-called white people. I ain't gonna even read what it said from the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yep. Pull something from the Bible. You brothers, you see the screen, you have to read it for yourself. Let's jump. I'm gonna jump down to that right there. Bottom line, the right race is the race of Adam. All races are separate creations of Yahweh. The black race is over 40,000 years old, and this has been proven by carbon-14 dating and the science of anthropology. The Adamic race is the white Anglo-Saxon race out Slavian. Our race has only been here a little over 7,500 years, and it lines up perfectly with the Adam coming to earth. Same timeline, we are Yahweh's sons and daughters on this earth. Now, she mentioned anthropology and carbon-14. Hey, type in, go to YouTube, type in carbon-14. Carbon-14 problems. And I'm going to get on Timothy. First Timothy's. While this brother doing that, I'm going to read this First Timothy's real quick. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 20. 1 Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings like what this woman was doing on the comment board, and oppositions of science, so-called knowledge. Science means knowledge. Falsely so-called. And oppositions of science, falsely so-called, like carbon-14. And this anthropology, which Esau be doing some wicked shit with that too. All kind of lies, man. Falsely so-called, which some profess and have erred concerning the faith. Grace be with thee. Hey, scroll up, son, bro. Click on that one. Let's see, man. Let's just hear a little bit of this, man. Because I love it when these whistleblowers come out and disprove a lot of this bullshit science.
And the primary dating method used for determining this is what is called radioisotope dating, or radiometric dating. Now, this is a reliable method for measuring absolute ages of rocks and the age of the Earth, right? First off, many scientists now regard the age of the Earth to be between 4.55 and 4.6 billion years old. Okay, so if this method is reliable and accurate, why the 50 million year discrepancy? That's a lot. But let's get into some details here and see what's going on. Keep in mind that there's all kinds of scientific jargon on this topic, and so we'll just present a very straightforward, simplified version of the process. Radiometric dating is the process of estimating the ages of rocks and the decay of radioactive elements in them. Basically, there are certain kinds of atoms in nature that are unstable and spontaneously decay into other kinds of atoms. For instance, uranium will radioactively decay through a series of steps until it becomes the stable element called lead. The original element is called the parent element, and the end result is called the daughter element. Radioisotope dating is commonly used to date igneous rocks, rocks which formed when hot molten material cooled and solidified. The dating clock started when the rock cooled. During the molten state, it is assumed that the intense heat forced any gaseous daughter elements to escape. It is assumed that once the rock cooled, no more atoms escape, and any daughter element now found in the rock is a result of radioactive decay, since that rock formed. The decay rate is measured in terms of half-life. That is, the length of time it takes half of the remaining atoms of a radioactive parent element to decay. Now, of course, that can be measured in a laboratory, and it is assumed that since we know the decay rate, we can calculate backwards and come up with the age of the rock. But is that all there is to it? Here's where it gets tricky. It's true we can measure a decay rate using observational science, but there's another kind of science that is required to accurately calculate dates for rocks, and that is what we call historical science. Historical science deals with the things in the past, and therefore it cannot be repeated and tested. Dating methods require both types of science, because in order to get accurate rock dates, one would have to accurately know both the decay rate and the initial conditions of the rock sample, right? Since radioisotope dating uses both types of science, we can't directly measure the ages of rocks. There are assumptions involved. For instance, how do we know what the initial conditions were in the rock sample? How do we know the amounts of parent or daughter elements now in that sample haven't been altered by other processes in the past? How does someone know the decay rate has remained constant since the rock formed? The answer is they don't. Let's simplify here and talk about a typical hourglass. Let's say you walk into a room and you see an hourglass with sand at the top and sand at the bottom, and some sand sprinkling from the top chamber to the bottom. Well, observational science would allow us to see and measure the sand, and then calculate how long the hourglass has been running, right? We could make our sand measurements and then calculate when the hourglass was turned over, right? Well, those calculations could be wrong, because we may have failed to consider some major assumptions, like, was there any sand at the bottom when the hourglass was turned over? Has any sand been added or taken out of the hourglass? Has the sand always been falling at a constant rate? Since we did not observe the initial conditions when the hourglass started, and we haven't been watching the sand all the time since then, we must make assumptions. All three of those assumptions can affect our time calculations. Now, of course, there's more to understanding all this, but enough said.
Whole bunch of assumptions with that carbon dating shit. If you could just scroll it back to the beginning, I want to make that point at the beginning.
Nearly every textbook in science magazine teaches that the Earth is billions of years old, and the primary dating method used for determining this is what is called radioisotope dating, or radiometric dating. Now, this is a reliable method for measuring absolute ages of rocks and the age of the Earth, right? First off, many scientists now regard the age of the Earth to be between 4.55 and 4.6 billion years old. Okay, so if this method is reliable and accurate, why the 50 million year discrepancy? That seems like a lot, but let's get...
Why the 50 million year discrepancy? Look at the big time gap. You know, that is pure inaccurate, man. Carbon dating. Humans ain't even been on this earth for 40,000 years. You want to go according to the Bible, which the Bible is true, man. You ain't got no 40,000-year-old kingdom or civilization on this planet. You know, so you talking about some carbon dating. Let me read that again in Timothy's, man. This is 1 Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and the oppositions of science, falsely so called. And that video spoke for itself, man. There's tons of information out there on carbon dating, how it's just inaccurate and it's BS. You know? Tons of it. And we can do a lesson on that later on.